Project New Kuwait, with its Vision 2035, is shaping the future of technology and innovation in Kuwait, focusing on leveraging digital transformation to drive economic diversification and enhance competitiveness. The nationwide digital roadmap is transforming the country's digital innovation market, anticipated to reach nearly 300 million KD. This transformation is particularly noticeable in the oil and gas and retail sectors, significantly boosting Kuwait's smart services and software market. The country's emphasis on digitization aims to bolster its regional standing as a financial, commercial, and cultural hub. The digital transformation is central to Kuwaiti enterprises, making the nation's economy more competitive and organizations more responsive to citizens' needs. The future business landscape in Kuwait is expected to undergo radical changes driven by intelligent technologies. Early adopters of artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, advanced analytics, and blockchain in Kuwait are poised to enhance business competitiveness and catalyze transformations across the economy, society, and environment. Kuwait's commitment to expanding both digital and physical infrastructure supports its Vision 2035 agenda, with significant investments in cloud services, digital transformation initiatives, and infrastructure projects. This is evident in the collaboration with major technology players like Oracle, Microsoft, and Google Cloud. For instance, Oracle's project with the Kuwait Military Medical Command integrates the Oracle Healthcare Medical Information System to enhance medical services management. Microsoft supports Kuwait's digital transformation with cloud computing services, and Google Cloud has partnered with the Kuwaiti government for a digital transformation roadmap across governmental entities and key state-owned enterprises. These partnerships and investments are pivotal in transitioning Kuwait into a digital society. The Microsoft Smart Government Summit and other initiatives highlight the country's ambition to become a smart government, showcasing cloud-powered technologies to improve e-services in the public sector. The incorporation of IoT and M2M technologies in infrastructure projects like the National Railway Network and the Al Mutlaya City development, which is set to become a smart city, underscores the significance of robust ICT infrastructure in supporting Kuwait's digital transformation goals. Digital services and technologies have been crucial in driving economic recovery and fostering sustainable development, especially in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. The emphasis on digital innovation and sustainability in the new Kuwait 2035 vision is echoed in the introduction of mobile virtual network operators (MVNOs) in Kuwait's technology market, offering many expansion opportunities and underscoring the country's commitment to economic diversification and private sector development. Project New Kuwait's Vision 2035 is heavily invested in the future of technology and innovation. Through significant investments in digital infrastructure, partnerships with global technology firms, and a focus on intelligent technologies, Kuwait is well positioned to transform into a leading digital society, fostering economic growth and sustainable development.
Hello and welcome, dear viewers, to our program New Kuwait. In this episode, we will talk about the importance of having infrastructure. Today, with our special guest, technology expert, Mr. Tariq Sharhan. Hello and welcome, Mr. Tariq.
Thank you, Mr. Saad.
You are most welcome. As you know, infrastructure is a very important subject to talk about, especially when we talk about New Kuwait, the National Development Plan. We are seeing changes. Now, as a Kuwait, to connect the infrastructure with technology. We're talking about things like renewable energy, sustainable energy. These are things that concern with the solar panels using for the energy. So tell us about Kuwait now, our situation in terms of infrastructure.
Yeah, so I mean, we're already having a solar energy project from doing my research on New Kuwait. Obviously utilizing the desert area, right? We're actually only populated in such a small area of Kuwait, and we need to really think, how can we utilize all of this empty space? Of course, solar panels is one of those initiatives to be, less reliant on oil. But you've got to think from the technology's perspective, right? What can solar energy also power other than energy plants? Technology, computers, supercomputers, quantum computing. All these technologies that can enable what? Smart cities, blockchain. So as Kuwait invests in these technologies like blockchain, it requires computing power. Where can we get that from? We're not better than 55-degree heat in the desert from the solar panels.
A lot of people, they don't have enough information about solar energy, or they call it the clean energy, renewable energy. As you said, Kuwait, we have a lot of sun. How come we are still not built the right infrastructure for Kuwait to have these sustainable energy?
So again, after my research, there is a plot in the desert that actually does have some solar panels, and you started to see now in residential areas some people take the initiative to install solar panels on their roof. Why? It's more energy efficient. It probably costs less electricity, right? But I think awareness definitely is something that is coming. As we engage in more ESG, environmental, social, and governance awareness, then I think Kuwait, you'll start to see a bit more solar energy, perhaps even turbine energy from the wind, tidal energy from the sea, because we do, we have this lovely Gulf right here. And it's just all about leveraging these renewable energies to help what? Again, power technology. That's ultimately the dream.
Yes.
Powering supercomputers, powering, energy in order to, for example, power factories or downstream in the oil sector.
Yes. In our national development plan, when we speak about infrastructure, we mean air, land, and sea. So we need to build airports. Airports are being built right now.
Yes.
They are not yet complete, but we can see that in the near future, inshallah. And we see the traffic. Now, let's speak, before we go to the sea, let's talk about traffic management. Kuwait city, small city. Kuwait is a small country anyway. And we are all gathered in the small city. How can we use technology in terms of managing the traffic?
Brilliant question. Everyone's probably wants to know the answer to this one. And well, basically we go back to smart city kind of concept, right? And smart traffic management. Using AI to predict traffic flows at peak times, for example, leaving at 3 p.m. That time where it's very difficult to get out of Kuwait City Central Business District or Sharq or Mubarakia area. So utilizing AI, perhaps predicting these traffic models to a head office or head center where they can manage the traffic system, the traffic lights, so that they can manage the traffic flow. They can put a red light in this certain road because they know the traffic's heavy, and they can have a filter lane. Who's
doing that, by the way, right now? Is it a actual human being looking at the...
Good question. And what we actually call this is IA. Now we said AI, it's IA, intelligence augmentation. What's IA? It's where the human interacts with the AI and they work together, hand in hand.
Yes.
Now, this whole smart traffic discussion, I can imagine it happening at an IA level. Human with the AI working together in a head office somewhere or traffic department. I see that, envision that for the future of a smart Kuwait to help with, at least to tackle the traffic.
Do you mean AI, which is the computer send the signal to the man, and then by man I mean human?
Yeah.
And then they will do this decision?
A good question. Now, the way that AI could help in traffic management, again, it's the predictive element. So what an AI basically is like a prediction model based on what? Based on humans interacting with this technology. So what it will do, so I remember Saad asked me this question last time. I gave him this answer. So next time I will give him this answer.
Yes.
So using this example in traffic management, for example, it will be predictive in the sense that we know that 3 to 4 p.m. the roads are blocked, or this road is very busy.
Yes.
Therefore, going forward, as an AI model, I suggest that you alleviate the traffic through channeling it somewhere else or on the outskirts of the city.
So it will use it on the weekend and on the working days?
Yeah, so as a predicting. So it's going to...
Yes. There will be traffic this time of the day.
Exactly what I was trying to get at this time and this weekday, people are leaving work. Therefore, channel the traffic flow perhaps outside of the city, along the Gulf Road, for example, not through the center.
I noticed something about our traffic. It's you go to a place, it's a lot of traffic, and then you see it moving. It's not stopping actually. So we are managing to some extent, but we need to flow more. So we need more buses. We need
Bus lanes.
another form of something to help us with the traffic, because we're still suffering.
And we all know what that could be, right? It's the metro. It's that metro model, which they have so done it wonderfully in UAE
Is
and
it
Qatar.
feasible to have a metro here in Kuwait?
Look, metro requires infrastructure, I think, as a first starting point.
And it
Infrastructure,
needs
roads.
time.
Of
Yes.
course, and connections, but infrastructure, I mean roads connecting to the metro. So you're saying we start from the land, sea and air, we're going to start from the land, right? So, building up the roads with a good, sustainable material, strong and durable, making smart motorways with camera systems and traffic flow management systems. Once we get this under our belt, then of course we can expand to metro. The sky is only the limit.
Yes.
And I say the sky because the UAE, they're even introducing, flying taxis coming. That's what I heard, and I saw a news article. I hope that happens.
This is maybe the next step.
The next stage,
yeah. But in terms of Kuwait is a small country, and let's say that we need the metro only in Kuwait City.
Yeah.
Let's say,
Good.
just for a start.
Good idea.
This will take less than 10 years to have, but the infrastructure, as you mentioned, we don't know yet. But this is for the future. And let's talk now about the desert spaces.
Yes.
You said we need to use them.
Correct.
How can we use the desert?
I mean, so as I mentioned very briefly, if we're looking at utilizing blockchain technologies, utilizing cloud, this all needs infrastructure. Infrastructure, I mean space. Like Silicon Valley in the US, we have desert all around us. We can have many Silicon Valleys specializing in different technologies. You could have one Silicon Valley specializing in powering blockchain. You can have another one specializing in powering quantum computing, which is the next leap in computers. You can have another one for network and infrastructure. So what I'm trying to get at by that is use what's around you, the immediate, the obvious choice, and we have all this desert and space. Let's utilize it to power the technological objectives of the Kuwait vision, which is, being this technological ready state, digital first.
Yes.
The New Kuwait project is a comprehensive and ambitious initiative aimed at transforming the economic and social landscape of the state of Kuwait. Launched with a long-term vision, this project envisions Kuwait as a leading financial and cultural hub in the region, diversifying its economy beyond oil and positioning it for sustainable growth and development. One of the central features of the New Kuwait project is the diversification of the economy. Kuwait recognizes the need to reduce its dependence on oil revenues and expand into other sectors such as finance, tourism, healthcare, and technology. This diversification strategy is geared towards creating a more stable and resilient economy. The project places significant emphasis on the infrastructure development. This includes the construction and expansion of transportation networks, logistics hubs, and urban development projects. The goal is to enhance connectivity, improve quality of life, and create a more conducive environment for businesses and residents. Sustainability is a core principle of the New Kuwait project. The development of smart cities is a key feature, integrating technology to enhance efficiency and reduce environmental impact. Investments in renewable energy, green infrastructure, and environmental conservation demonstrate Kuwait's commitment to a sustainable future. The project also recognizes the potential of Kuwait's rich cultural heritage and aims to promote tourism by investing in cultural institutions, museums, and preserving historical sites. Kuwait seeks to attract visitors from around the world. This focus on culture contributes to the broader goal of economic diversification. To encourage both local and foreign investments, the New Kuwait project offers a range of incentives and opportunities. These include economic reforms, regularity improvements, and streamlined procedures for setting up and operating businesses in Kuwait. The aim is to create a more attractive investment climate. Human capital development is pivotal to the project's success. Investments in education, vocational training, and healthcare are essential components. Kuwait seeks to develop a highly skilled and healthy workforce capable of contributing to a knowledge-based economy. Kuwait aspires to become a global business and financial hub. To achieve this, the project focuses on improving international connectivity, fostering trade relations, and enhancing the ease of doing business. These efforts are designed to position Kuwait as a strategic player in the global economy. The New Kuwait project represents a forward-looking vision for the country, emphasizing economic diversification, sustainability, and global integration. This initiative is a testament to Kuwait's commitment to shaping a brighter and more prosperous future. As the project continues to evolve, it has the potential to significantly impact the region and beyond.
Now, as you know, the environment is also a part of our national development plan. Electric cars, and this is connected to the technology, and you know about technology. Is it possible to have more than 50% of Kuwait's cars as electric cars? Do we have the mentality and the culture to change our cars?
Now, it's an interesting question because I have seen more hybrid cars, right? And hybrid is half electric, half gas.
But yes.
So there's a starting point. There needs to be a starting point,
Yes.
right? We can't all be driving Teslas from day one,
Yes.
unfortunately. But there needs to be a trigger, as I've said in the previous show.
Yes.
The trigger being we're all a bit more environmentally conscious. We care about the environmental conditions we live in, the air quality, for example, the combustion from all the oil. We're burning in our cars in 55-degree heat. So that, I think, is the trigger. And I think people, when they go to buy a new vehicle, and they're presented with this hybrid option, it's a starting point. We need to start somewhere. But the mentality at the moment, of course, we're all used to oil-powered cars, gas-powered
Yes.
cars.
Also, not only the mentality. Actually, we don't have the infrastructure to have electric cars. Let's say that you need to charge your car.
good
So you need an infrastructure in Kuwait
Correct.
and even in the GCC countries, the
Cool.
Gulf countries. I think in Emirates, I think now it's happening in Qatar, they have electric cars.
Yes,
They have infrastructure.
they do.
So it needs time, and unfortunately, we still don't have it here in Kuwait. So it's not that difficult actually to have.
I mean, look, I've seen in various jamiyas and local cooperative societies in various residential areas, little charging points popping up now. Big white block with a green little light, and you can plug your car in for free, I believe,
Yes.
which is a good incentive, by the way, because you can get free power for your car. You don't have to pay for gas anymore,
Yes.
and you're saving the environment. So I am seeing them prop up. Yes, not as quickly as perhaps, let's say, G20 countries in the West, but it's coming. And that's because the mindset and the mentality is changing. It's transforming. So as the mindset transforms, then we'll start to see this, more charging points.
Do you think the car companies should change their mentality? Because we are buying the cars. Nowadays we have cars, they're selling more cars, not the electric, the
Gas powered.
traditional cars, let's call them. And do you think we should change our mentality or them?
I mean, look.
They will lose a lot of money by the way.
This is what I was going to
It's
say.
economic.
This is what I was exactly going to say. You need to think of the business model at the end of the day. To make a combustion oil-based car is cheaper than making an electric car with a big lithium battery under the hood. There's costs involved. Now, if you're operating at scale and selling many of them like Tesla's doing now, they started with battery power plants, by the way.
But they're not very expensive. Tesla.
I mean, it depends how much money you're making, I guess. But I mean, I'd
Not
say,
that, yes.
I know what you mean. Like compared to the supercar luxuries, power gas-based, they're
Yes,
not.
it's
They're
not
middle
for
level.
everyone, yes.
Yeah. You're right. But I think the entry. There's not really many entry-level electric cars that are affordable for everyone. There's hybrids, half. But I think that's where a good place to
I
start.
think this is a good start actually, hybrid. But even hybrid, they are also expensive.
Like, look,
Not that expensive.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
look, you're paying for the technology. A gas-powered car is very simple. You light the gas; it's combustion based.
For the average consumer, they don't really care about why this is a hybrid. They care about the price.
Yeah, correct. They do, but I think also what they also care about more now is the environment. I think that's definitely,
Yes.
if that's not at the forefront of their mind, it's definitely in
Maybe
the back of their mind.
the newer generation, because we can see it in education, we can see it everywhere, even in their cartoons they're watching it through TV.
Exactly.
Yes. So the older generation, which is my generation
Yeah.
and the older, they will think that traditional cars are still good, and especially Kuwait is the main important of this thing, which is called gasoline.
Of course. So, look.
It's a lot of money.
Exactly. Well, look, you need to think. At the moment, our economy is driven by oil revenues, right?
Yes.
Now, if we start to promote the electric car conversation, where's this oil within Kuwait now? Where's this all going to be used? We would ship it obviously abroad, but I mean, there needs to be a balance, right? A balance between being environmentally friendly, but also using what we have, the oil. There needs to be a delicate balance, and there can't be too quick of a shift, because the oil sector will suffer. Ultimately, we know sales of oil, the gas stations. So, like we said, hybrid is the starting place to test the demand for electric cars,
Yes.
but also gauge where oil will be in the next 10, 15 years as electric cars start, coming into Kuwait.
Yes. New plans for the renewable clean energy. As you know, Mr. Tariq, we use electricity, and to produce electricity, we use a lot of oil.
Correct.
Burn. This will hurt the environment. So we need the electricity. They change it to, and now, as you know, a Shigai project. They have solar panels.
Yeah.
They use. I think it's 4 phases, and now they are in the phase 2 to produce 15% of Kuwait's electricity through windmills and solar energy.
Yeah.
Now, this is something new for us as Kuwaitis, because it started 2018, and now we can see about less than 5% of electricity coming from this. And this is not a great number, because 95% still from traditional ways of producing electricity.
I think, in my opinion at least, is about extractability, right? So how quick can we extract energy from oil versus solar energy right now with our current technology and
Yes.
current infrastructure? Probably, well, most likely, we can extract energy from oil to power these, cars and factories quicker. That's why we're using the oil, most likely. It'll take a bit longer with renewables, the extractability factor. But once we upskill our infrastructure, create a more infrastructure where renewables can flourish and grow and develop and operate at scale, so we can have several different forms of renewable energy, several different desert areas of solar panels, and we can extract it and put it on the grid, the national grid of energy.
Yes.
Then you'll definitely start to see this, in my opinion, shift towards renewables. But again, we need to protect, our oil industry.
Building the desert to have electricity is very expensive.
Yeah.
They said when you build it, it will be expensive, but then it will be less than using the oil to burn and hurting the environment, and also economic reasons.
Brilliant. So investment cost, right?
Yeah.
Investment cost in these renewables is definitely high. There's no doubt about that. You're investing in technology and innovation. But if you look at the long-term output and the cost you could save in the long term, not just economically and financially, I'm talking health, social,
Yes.
even economy we've mentioned is probably the most important one, quite frankly, finance, right? You're going to save money. It goes beyond the limit. The opportunities are limitless.
This is the mentality of building new things, building a new Kuwait 2035, which is something really we're looking forward, and inshallah we will achieve it. Thank you so much, Mr. Tariq. That was Mr. Tariq Al-Sharhan, and with that we conclude our episode, dear viewers. Thank you for watching.